Ukraine and its European allies are now backing US President Donald Trump's call for peace talks with Russia, based on the current front lines. The proposal, first floated during a White House meeting between Trump and President Volodymyr Zelensky, has sent shockwaves through European capitals. Trump said, quote, "You stop at the battle line, both sides go home, stop the killing, and that should be it." He claims both Zelensky and Putin agreed to the idea. But the details remain uncertain. Zelensky has now officially endorsed the plan, calling it a positive outcome while keeping the issue of territory open. A joint statement released Tuesday by Ukraine, the EU, France, Germany, and Italy calls for an immediate halt to fighting and for negotiations to begin along the current line of contact. But behind the scenes, not everyone is convinced. According to European officials, Trump has been pressuring Ukraine to accept Moscow's terms, including surrendering the Donbas region in exchange for partial Russian withdrawals elsewhere. Russia currently controls around 20% of Ukraine's territory, claiming large parts of Donetsk, Luhansk, Zaporizhzhia, and Kherson. Trump is expected to raise the issue again during his planned meeting with Vladimir Putin in Budapest, a city symbolic for its Cold War history, where Russia once pledged never to invade Ukraine. However, the Kremlin is already downplaying expectations. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov and US Secretary of State Marco Rubio have spoken to prepare for the summit, but Moscow's aides insist the schedule is still premature. Observers warn the timeline is slipping, and Ukraine's hope for Tomahawk missiles, once promised by Trump, may now be off the table altogether. As analyst David Dunn from the University of Birmingham noted, Putin may have gained a diplomatic advantage simply by dangling the idea of talks. So, as both leaders play for headlines and history, the question remains, will this ceasefire freeze the war or freeze Ukraine's future? Is Trump bringing peace or forcing Ukraine to surrender on Putin's terms? Drop your take in the comments.